Well, hello, everybody. Once again, we are live from Sorry Not Sorry, but it's not a Friday night. It is a Tuesday night. And for those of you who are wondering, why are they live on a Tuesday? It's because it is a sneak peek. Never done that before. So, first of all, I would like to welcome you all. My name is Priya Mohan. I am the owner of Sorry Not Sorry here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. And those of you who have been following along with our journey know that we just moved from around the corner on James Street to King William Street, which is an incredible destination zone in Hamilton with all of the best restaurants. I just found out there's a Michelin-starred restaurant like 3 doors down from us. So definitely worth a visit to check out the store, check out the neighborhood. With me is the lovely Shefali.
Hi.
And today, after a 2-week hiatus, we are back to show you some of the incredible pieces that we are releasing for sale this Sunday during our April sneak peek. So we will be going live now on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and showing you some of the pieces that we're going to be releasing. Hopefully you've been watching the teasers that we've been offering on Instagram and Facebook. And then on Friday, we will show you the rest of them. On Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just before that, our website will get password protected while we do the final setup. Then at 11 a.m., you can start purchasing. Everything is one of a kind. So make sure you have things ready in your wish list. It's always an exciting time. And this time, I think there's only about 200 pieces. So it should be a fun little way to spend a Sunday morning. And what else do I need to tell you? Shefali, did I miss anything?
How many pieces are in this shipment?
About 200.
Wow.
So not a whole lot. So today I'm going to be showing you versatile vests, baby doll dresses. Yeah, a lot of dresses, kimono sleeve dusters, short kaftans, tunics with side ties. And then I think most of the dresses are actually on Friday.
Oh.
So if you are a fan of the self-pocket dress, the sculptural tunic dress, I'm not even sure anymore because it has been a blur. Those ones are all going to be on Friday. Has anyone joined us that we know?
No, unfortunately, no one has joined. Nobody was that excited, but we are getting lots of messages from ladies saying, good evening, ladies, how exciting it is that you're going to be able to see the new store. Congratulations to the Sorry Not Sorry members. Cheryl says, congratulations on your new opening. The space looks
Thank you.
Glad to see you back on screen for the sneak peek. I know it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. And
I'm going to interrupt for one quick sec. So what I'm going to show you while Shefali is saying hello and while I'm saying hello are the Avtar versatile vests. So these are the full price ones that are getting released on Sunday. Okay, keep going.
What is an Avtar?
So we have two. Oh, look at this. So we have collections. One of them is our Wabi Sabi collection. That is kind of like our sale collection. Those are pieces that we mark down 40% because they have just a few more thread pulls or stains or patches than what we think is acceptable for a vintage fabric. And so we have pieces, for example, I'm going to show you the Avtar ones. Those are our full price collection. And then we also have looks like about 8 or 9 that are part of the Wabi Sabi collection. What we do so that we are fully transparent is for our Wabi Sabi pieces, you will see a video that actually identifies what the flaws are. And again, it's not because they're like dramatic flaws. It's because we don't want you to have any surprises. I can honestly tell you that most of our really, really good customers shop Wabi Sabi first because it's so hard to tell that there's a flaw. And the only reason we make this distinction is because we also sell wholesale to stockists all over North America. And because we don't want their customers to think that, oh, everything they have has thread pulls, because it doesn't. So we kind of wanted to make sure we differentiated the two. Sorry, you were saying who was online?
So, Christine Turlo was saying, I love the lighting of the new space. Jessica says, gorgeous space. And Rosemary Whittle said, for the first vest you were wearing, that is a beautiful color.
It is a beautiful color.
Heather Margaret says, oh, it looks so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah. And this vest is really pretty too.
So this one has incredible embroidery on it. So what you're seeing here, now, On my screen, it's looking a little bleached out from the light. Is it looking like that on your screen?
No, it's not looking like that on my screen. It just looks bright.
Okay.
It looks very bright.
Bright is good. So what you're seeing here, this is all embroidery, but it looks like it's machine embroidery. There's also sequins, and the sequins match the embroidery. So here we have blue and green sequins. We have orange sequins. There's some red ones in here. And because it's not metal embroidery, it is not itchy, but you can definitely feel the texture of the thread. Mm-hmm. So it feels like thread. It doesn't feel like scratchy at all. And that embroidery, if you have a look, is just on the bottom portion. For those of you who are new to clothing made out of saris, the reason that the embroidery is just on that bottom half is because originally when this was a sari, the sari would have draped around this way. And so really you would have only seen that bottom part, and there would have been pleating and like a draping part through here.
You can also see the 2 holes in the back of the sari that would have been there.
Those holes would not have been there, friends. Do not let Shefali fool you. My favorite way to wear one of these is to put it on just as like an asymmetrical top. And that's because I'm generally running out of the house and just like, I need to go somewhere. So I tend to be wearing underpinnings every day, whether it's leggings or black pants and some sort of a simple top. And just throwing this over top of it makes it look like I tried. But you guys saw how easy that was. I literally just threw it over my head.
Visually describe the running out the door.
Running out the door is me saying goodbye to the dog and one shoe on, one shoe off. And then like a superhero cape. Can I do this? Let's see if I can do it. Over my head. No, I don't think I can. We have to pretend that I did that more gracefully. There we go. And no. And Shefali, I tried.
So
I tried.
Superhero.
There we go. Superhero.
Yes.
So this is my favorite way to wear the versatile vest, but there are so many other ways. And it's funny because if you are not yet part of our swap and sell group, I highly suggest you join because somebody, I think it might have been Carly, said, hey, when there's a sneak peek, what styles do you look at first? I don't know if you saw that post.
No, I didn't.
It was so funny because everybody had their own favorites. And one lady said, I always look at the versatile vest because they're, well, so versatile.
Nice.
So yeah.
That was a very practical answer.
Yes, it was.
Jane says, hi, ladies. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you too, Jane. Corey says, the first live in the store.
Yeah, it's so exciting. It's actually, so Shefali, instead of having to cower in a corner, is comfortably sitting on a sofa right now.
I'm not like huddled between like 5 racks or anything.
No, it's actually, it worked out really well. We didn't even realize it till later, but the big piece of clothing rack that used to be here is on wheels. So it was too easy to move things.
Sabina says, hi, everyone. Congratulations on the move. Exciting live from the new location. Jacqueline Webster said, so excited to see the new silks. First sneak peek in the new store.
Yes.
Victoria says, hello, ladies.
Hello, Victoria.
For the first live at the new store. Can't wait to visit. Oh, this is going to be so nice for you, Victoria.
You're going to love the new store. Honestly, the layout is better. It's got more flow to it. We're still working on things like making sure the change rooms have the right kind of lighting. Like they do have good lighting. It's not glaring lighting, but perhaps there's not enough lighting. So we went too far the other way. And I think we need to still find like we've got 3 mirrors in each change room. So you guys used to say, well, I can always either see my back or my front, but not both. Now you can see 3 sides. But once you get out of the change room, we haven't found the wall space for a full length mirror. So we're still tweaking things. And when you come by, we would cherish your input. We will not be offended. We will say thank you for sharing. So come on in and let us know, hey, have you considered this or have you considered that? Because we probably haven't and we would like to.
Mm-hmm. And Heather said, OMG, you are indeed a superhero. That was so funny. It actually, like, you know how it plays slower on Instagram? You just look like you were airbending with the silk.
This one has great colors too. So this is a minty green on black. And then down here, I know this kind of looks like a yellow, but it's actually a cardboard brown or a taupe. It looks, I think, yellow because actually here it looks accurate, I think. So it's got slight green undertones. Oh, let me move over a bit. Slight green undertones here in this beige. This is a minty green, and then the rest is black. You can see the flower pattern on it. This one is also a very soft silk. It is a Georgette, which means it's slightly sheer.
Actually, don't mind it with the pop of cats.
Right? I am determined for you guys to see the beauty of these cat necklaces. I actually own 2. Of all the Ziska things in the world that I could be drawn to, I don't even have a cat. I had 7 at one point. Now I have a dog.
Now you're trying to get 7 again.
Yeah, see if I can get 7 cats this way.
Right.
The kind without a kitty litter. Okay, this one is too beautiful.
That's so pretty.
Like, I don't know if the imaging of it will do it justice.
That's beautiful.
So you can see, no, it's not satin. It's a very, very soft Georgette. You can see the flowers are
under the border here.
So down here at the border, what you have, this to me actually looks like it looks like a raw silk. I don't know if it is a raw silk, but it definitely looks and feels like a raw silk. And then this is really cool. These are little metal designs that have been sewn onto the fabric. So almost like a button.
Heather, I think owl actually might be nice, but it might be too pink. You might find that viscose is a better match. And Rosemary actually asked, I'm new here. Could you please tell me if there's only one of each color? I'm in BC. How do I purchase? These are great questions.
These are great questions. Great questions. And we appreciate you asking them. There are no bad questions here. For those of you who don't know, I was a teacher for 25 years. And I honestly believe if one person is asking a question, there are at least 10 other people thinking it who just didn't have the courage to ask. So always feel confident asking a question. Other ladies are going, thank God she asked.
Oh my God.
Phew. Okay, so the questions again were, is there one of each kind? Yes. So because all of our pieces are made out of upcycled vintage pure silk saris, we can't collect 6 of saris in one fabric. We get whatever is available on the market. And then I hand pick each fabric for what I think will sell really well based on, the kinds of clothes we wear in North America. So things that will match your basics with navies and beiges, olives, those colors that we tend to gravitate towards. And then because many of us go on vacation, we also try to find things that have pops of color. So from one sari, which is about 6 yards long and 44 inches wide, like length this way, we can generally make 3 pieces. So when you are looking at one of our pieces have very unattractive names. So for example, this one is PRC 8790.
Well, they'd be attractive if you're really into numbers.
If you're really into numbers, they'd be great. We did for a while there try to give everything a lovely name, like naming things after
speckled
birds or
pebbled,
green pebbled, brown speckled crane from North America. It did not work. So finally, what we decided is that we would stick to the codes. So if you were to type in this code, PRC, into the search box, PRC 8790, you will see all the fabric, all the pieces that we currently have in stock that are made out of this fabric. So if you loved this fabric, but you said, you know what, I am not a vest person, but I am definitely a baby doll person, you could check and see if the baby doll exists in this fabric. In terms of buying them, when you go to our website, you'll see our regular collections on the first page, and anything basically that you can get to with the menu is available for sale at this moment. There is one collection where it says sneak peek. And if you were to click on a piece that is part of the sneak peek, it will say preview in the title. And the first description line will say, this piece will become available for sale on. Because what we try to do is as new shipments come in from India, we want to give everybody a fair chance to look at them and decide if they want something. We don't want anybody who's like in town to get a benefit. So what we finally decided to do, and it was a lot of trial and error, is that we would show you all of our newest pieces in advance, usually for the full week before the release. And then people just go in and shop. It can be a bit of a feeding frenzy. If you have your hopes really, 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 really set on one and you don't get it, it can be very disappointing. Some of our ladies don't even want to join that fray, and they check in at about 2 p.m. when the crazy's over, and gently and quietly buy their piece. Other people are like, if I can get that piece, I'm going to do my darndest to get it. And at like 11 and 3 seconds, we'll see the sale come through. The good news is that most people, in order to get the maximum number, because when you put, I'm going to show you this some more, but when you put it into your cart, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's saved for you. That just means it's in your cart. So what most people do is they will check out often. And because they're checking out often, they can usually only check out with one piece at a time. So everybody kind of gets their first favorite choice. And it is a frenzy. I'm so sorry, but we have so many beautiful pieces in stock that if you don't want to participate in that craziness
At all,
join us on our other lives, because the lives that we do in everything other than the sneak peek week, and this is sneak peek week, those are all pieces we have in store. And if you see something on the live, you can purchase it while we're doing the live. Or even if you saw something and you're like, hey, can you show that to us? You can send us a direct message and we'll send you pictures, or you can ask us during the live and we'll show you. So we do our best to try to show you everything, because it's really hard to take pictures of silk. The fabric itself is reflective. Blues tend to look green, greens tend to look blue. And the other thing about them is that if you were to ask us, is it blue or green? Chances are we'll say yes, because there will be parts of it that are blue and parts are green. So for example, this one here.
Is it red?
Is it red or is it burgundy? The answer is yes, because it is a deep red with a deeper red closer to a burgundy. So this is almost like a Merlot color, and then that is a very deep burgundy. Here we have some greeny tones. This is called kantha stitching, what you're seeing here, which is hand stitching made in silk on top of the design to emphasize the pattern. There's also some sequins that have been put into it. You can tell that it's hand stitched when you look at it from the reverse, because you can see the lines of stitching from the handiwork.
And the finishing.
And the finishing, yes. So here's another fabulous piece. Absolutely gorgeous. This would be nice to wear with beiges for sure, blacks for sure. Shefali, what color would you pair this with?
You could actually pair this with owl, Heather Margaret, because this is more of a pinky kind of beige. And you can get away with the owl over the viscose, even though the thread itself is more of that like kind of camel color. You could pair it with burgundy, black, peach, maybe not gala. But so a lot of the colors, just by the way, Rosemary, that we're talking about are colors for our Bryn Walker, which are these basic pants that Priya is wearing.
I'm wearing Bryn Walker Casma pants. They are most people's favorite pants. Like if you like them, and most people do, you will probably end up getting them in multiple colors because they feel like pajamas and they last forever. And the colors are exquisite.
Heather's asking, is the burgundy in this vest, is it cool or warm toned?
Neutral.
I hope that helped. That's a yes and situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that it is a warm color. In fact, even in here, it's not warm, it's oatmeal. And then the rest of it, there's no orange in it to make it warm, and there's no blue in it to make it cool. So I would say it is truly a neutral.
Yeah. But that's kind of the rundown of our silks. We have our website online. It's sorrynotssorry.com with the KNOT. And you can, as Priya said, send us a message, whether it's through Instagram, Facebook, or via our email or Shopify inbox. Literally any way you can contact us, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. If you're curious about certain pieces and you just want to have more of a personalized shopping experience, we actually offer free consultations. You can schedule a styling consultation with any one of our ladies, and they would be happy to get on video call with you so that you can shop the pieces in store. They'll try them on for you. They'll give you opinions. They'll tell you what you might like or not like. They'll tell you what's soft and not soft.
And most of them are soft. Our softness scale is like 8, which is super soft, and 10 plus, which is butter melts in your hand.
You're talking to the snob.
You are talking to a fabric snob. Yeah. So if you are interested in booking a consultation, it is not a scary thing. It doesn't mean you have to buy anything.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. It'll be almost exactly like this, except you'll be on the other end of a camera and not everybody else.
Yeah.
And you and I would be having a conversation where you would say, so are you saying that I could wear that differently? I'd be like, oh yeah, you could totally just wear it like this. Oh, like would it match with blue? And I'd be like, let me go grab something blue and we'll chat.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what it feels like. There is no pressure. We understand that kind of wrapping your head around this whole new way of dressing where it's size inclusive and drapey and, not tailored. It's a flexible, playful brand that sometimes it takes a little while to kind of wrap your head around the fact that there are no rules. Like it's almost like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, and there is no other shoe. It's just
like we've already handed the two shoes.
You've got both shoes. It's as easy as that. So this one here is a digital print. Like most digital prints, it has the image of jewels. Down here, we have some rubies, we have some pearls. I would say the background color is, so if you're asking, is it coral or is it pink? The answer is yes, because you can see that right here, we have some corals. Let's see if I'm in the right spot. And then here we kind of move into pinks and reds. So burgundies, pinks, reds, this is almost a gray in here where the pearls are. We have some purples through here. And what's nice about these fabrics is if you do like color, you'll find that it'll kind of mix and match with different things in your wardrobe. And depending on what you pair it with, you're going to see different colors in it. Do I have time to run over and show with a pair of Caspa pants?
Yeah, you can definitely do that because I will read some comments.
Oh, great.
Watch you run over because you can see everything. Jordy says, look at all these beautiful colors. What a beautiful home. Thank you, Jordy. And Michelle says, happy Silky Tuesdays. James said, I actually went into withdrawal, LOL. And Michelle said, me too. And Jane said it was tough for sure.
So I couldn't find any purple.
Happy sneak peek. Yeah, I think we're completely sold out.
We're sold out of verbena.
And Sabina says, withdrawal for sure, missed the lives. Jackie, she was so lovely. She came and visited us in store.
Yes, that was so nice.
We had lots of fun. And Carol said, congrats on the new home. Hey, Margot. Margot's joined.
Hey, Margot. I am envying all the flowers. And so she lives in BC and flowers are a bloomin'. She's got magnolias.
Now?
Yeah, now. We had snow yesterday.
This morning.
Yeah.
And Margot says, it looks amazing in the new location. Jane says, yes, that's great. Carol said, pretty border. Corey said, it's really beautiful space. Is there air conditioning now?
There is. We finally have air conditioning and heating.
It's the little winds.
It is the little winds. And we have a lot of natural light. It's actually a great location. I think that over time we may need to bump it out. What we decided is that you guys don't know this, but there's like a little alleyway down there, and we've created like a little secret garden of our sale section.
Secret sale garden.
Our secret sale garden around the corner, so that you can kind of go through there and sneak around and have a look and see what you like, and then that leaves us space to keep our main collection in the front. And we're trying not to overstuff our racks because it used to be hard to kind of get through them because we had so many pieces. So what we've done is we've got a curated collection on the floor, curated by Shefali herself.
Okay.
And then right behind in the processing room, we will have additional pieces. So if you said, oh, you know what, I really love this, but if only you had more blue, we can just run into the back and go blue, 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 and show you all the blues.
Yeah.
So it gives us a bit more opportunity to work with you and also you to go through the racks. This is great because it is different shades of taupe, gray, and black. And then we do have this shot of, I'm going to call it a marigold, and then a deep orange. So this one is definitely a warm color. It's not a red. And then you can see the embroidery there as well.
Heather said, I agree with the withdrawal comments. And she said, air conditioning and heating?
And heating. Yeah.
And we're bougie.
Suddenly we're bougie.
Yeah. And Jordy said, I love the wall color.
Yeah, I do too. So for those of you who are interested, it is Benjamin Moore's Clinton Brown. So it has slightly gray undertones. It's not a yellowy brown, it's a gray brown.
And Margot said, me too, so cozy. Corey said, the best is the change room curtains. They're so fun with lemurs on them.
They do. So those used to be curtains from my old house. And I know that when my kids see them, they're going to have a nostalgia moment. I could not bear to throw them out when I left. So Shefali very generously hemmed up the bottoms to the right length. And yes, they are fun little lemurs. Little yellow, orange, and green lemurs.
And they're yellow on the inside.
They're yellow on the inside. This is another really classic piece if you're somebody who's just getting started with the brand, because it is different shades of red and burgundy. It has slightly raspberry undertones, and then it has black. So if you're looking for something that's just really easy to work into your existing wardrobe, I like to call these pieces like a pop of red. So let's say that you wanted to wear this as a scarf. Like you're on a vacation, you've already worn it as a vest, and you're like, oh, if only I had just like a little pop of red that I could put around my neck and create a whole new look. So there you have just a simple pop of red as a scarf, like that.
Nobody would even know that was your versatile vest.
Nobody would know. And I think Heather Kavanaugh, when she does it, so there's lots of different ways to do this. I think what she does is she
has like a loop-de-loop.
She does a loop-de-loop through through there and just kind of lets it hang down. I really like to wear my versatile vests in the winter with a cardigan, like a wool cardigan or even like a heavy linen cardigan. And then the vest just kind of comes out almost like a collar or a lapel through it. It looks really pretty. The vests are very versatile.
Okay. And then Heather tagged Corey and said, Corey, the media maven.
She did such a good job.
Yeah,
Corey.
she did.
And the weather was fighting her the whole time. And then there was also like the drilling from the series. You know when you watch those newscasts where like there's like storm going on in the background, and then you have your yeah, you're like, I'm so composed and I'm totally in control of what's going on here. In the back, the leaves, the crazy. It was like a tornado. That was Corey. Corey, just calm through the crazy. Ladies, I cannot tell you enough about this piece. I think you can see that it's sheer. It is a neutral brown, and then you have velvet. This is actually a velvet. It's a burnout. It's a burnout. Is it a burnout or is it yes, it's a burnout.
Yeah, because it's the dévoré, right?
Yeah. So this is silk here. And it is a very, very deep, deep orange. I would say it's uni. Remember that color we had in the fall? Remember that girl? Uni?
Heather says, I missed the bird days. It was so fun.
There we go.
Ooh.
So yeah, you could see that with uni, this would be stunning.
How would it look with koi?
It would look great with koi too, probably. So uni, you can see how it's like uni. If you purchased uni from the fall 2024 collection, you can see that it works really well. But there's also lighter tones in here. So if you have another orange, it would look great with that. If you had a brown, it would be great. If you had to choose another color, Shefali, other than brown or orange, what would you pair it with?
Like more Vedra.
So yeah, because there is some down there. Great call. So you can see that there is some magenta down here in the bottom of it, which you could definitely pull out as well.
Or I would do, this is a crazy one. Crazy one. Had like a Benetton green, like if Taraka was darker, that'd be cool too.
Oh, green and orange are fabulous.
Yeah.
I think if I were to wear this, I would definitely use jewelry that pulled out that magenta.
Yeah, right?
Right, yeah.
Imagine like Benetton green pants and then like more Vedra mauvey jewelry.
It'd be beautiful. This piece is exceptional, and we don't get fabrics like this very often. She's too beautiful.
Yeah.
Very 70s.
Very 70s. Gorgeous vest. The colors, I know the colors this time around are really nice, says Jessica. Labra Mutt says, I'd love to see any of the items PRC 8699 vest or high-low, trying to see if it's more warm-toned or cool-toned.
So we probably have the vest right here. The high-low will be on Friday. I don't even have them. I don't even know if they've been unpacked yet. This one has different shades of orange, different shades of like a mid-tone blue with slightly purpley undertones. It has forest green, yellows, and true reds, like a lipstick red. No orangey undertones in the red.
Ooh, I love this fabric. Every time we get it.
I think this must be the last piece from it.
Yeah. That's an old one. Oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, crazy colors. So obviously you compare it with black, but for fun, you compare it with almost anything. Which one is it?
It's this one, actually. Oh, see, it said I had exactly what it was. And then the photo, when I made it go bigger, it didn't load.
Yeah.
Did you see how that sentence was fighting to get out of my mouth? Yeah. But it got
so this one has a lot of magenta. The background is a mix of dark sky blue and darker sky blue. We also have some fuchsias with red through here, some oranges in here, lovely chartreusey greens. This would be amazing with chartreuse. Yes, I've seen that one. Yes. In fact, it is the very next one.
Wow. Perfect timing. Marilyn would see, I don't think it's not working on Facebook because it says it's working on Facebook for me, Marilyn. I'll check that now. Was in the store today and love the new store.
And brought us cookies. Thank you.
And Jack and Webster says, I was in Vancouver for 2 weeks and it was raining and raining.
Oh,
key point there, raining and raining. I think there were 2 days with sun. The magnolias were in buds, but no blooms. I came home to snow and more snow.
Oh, I know. So this is a satin, everybody. It is absolutely phenomenally soft. The pattern, while it is reminiscent of roses, looks more like marbling. She is extraordinary, truly extraordinary. And we don't get pieces like this one very often. Really, really, really soft. Different shades of red and burgundy and black is what you're looking at here. I don't know, like it's almost like, look at that. Just that. Red necklace, this vest, Bob's your uncle.
Oh, so sorry to hear that, Beetle present. She said there's something weird going on with Facebook. I got this notification from StreamYard that our YouTube APIs might change the YouTube stream, but apparently the YouTube stream is perfect. So I think it might be a StreamYard thing, like something's going on.
Did it ask you to reconnect?
Nope.
Okay, I'm so sorry it's not working on Facebook. So they're not able at all to see it?
I think that it's just not as good as the connection here and for Instagram.
So I would recommend, if you are on Instagram, to type in the word YouTube, and it will take you to our page, and this should be the one that's live on our page on YouTube. Otherwise, you can go to if you're a part of our mailing list, you will have received an email probably this morning around like 9 a.m. and the link will be there. Another way to get the link to YouTube is to go to our homepage. And I think the first bar is the countdown for the sneak peek. And then right below that, it says watch tonight's live and it'll say watch and you can just click on that and it will take you to YouTube as well.
Yeah.
This is so beautiful. Excellent choice.
Jacqueline Webster says, I wore silks every day, however, to brighten up the clouds.
Oh, that's nice.
And Corey said, I give you ladies a high five. Doing the videos is not easy. You make it look so easy. And Jordy said, I love the video. And Carol said, you were awesome. And Corey says, LOL, thanks, ladies. Shafali caught me in a weak moment. Oh, don't worry.
She will catch you in that weak moment again.
Again and again.
Yes. Okay, now we have started into the wabi-sabi vests. So these vests are 40% off our regular price. Each one on the Wabi Sabi collection, if you are in store or even if you see it online, you're going to see a little tag like this. And the tag basically tells you what the issues are. So for example, this one has moderate staining and separated warp and weft threads. And everybody asks us what separated warp and weft threads is. But I'm going to explain it. Hopefully it makes sense. So when you are weaving fabric, there's threads that go this way, and there's threads that go this way. And then they kind of run through each other like this. And if some of the silk fibers get pulled, sometimes you'll have like a bigger space where you normally would have a smaller space.
Wow, that was really informative.
Yeah, like see how, wait, I'll get there. Okay. So see how there's a bigger gap than what you would expect? That's a separated warp.
Of course.
So the only way you can see it is if you hold it up to a box light or you hold it up to the sun. It does not actually affect the durability of the fabric because all of the warp and weft threads are still there. They're just slightly pulled apart. And that happens from regular wear and tear because when you are wearing a sari, you do a lot of tucking. And so if you were to take the fabric and kind of pull it and tuck it, it is going to separate those threads a little bit. If there is significant, like if there's a tiny bit of warp and weft issues, we don't even mark it as wabi-sabi. But if there's a combination of a warp and weft issue plus maybe some mild staining, I have to tell you though, because I haven't said this in a long time, I am not allowed to do the stain checking because even when I am wearing my glasses, I cannot see the stains. Only the young people in the store can see them. And they will literally point to them and say, see, it's right there. And I'll be like, I don't. Can you put your hand like closer to like right there? And I can't see them. So my guess is you also will not be able to see them. And if you were to watch the videos, you'll see somebody say, as you can see, there's a stain right here, and you will squint and look and you won't see it. So that's kind of a fun game to play. See if you can spot the stain. This one is a lovely magenta. It has sequins on it that are hand sewn in. The color is looking a lot more, I would say it is accurate at that point. because it is definitely a purple with more red in it than blue.
Yeah.
It also has 2 or 3 different shades of magenta in there. You can see there's like a pattern in the fabric. And then there's also the sequins, and the border on this one is a gorgeous antique border. She's beautiful.
If you love purples, you should comment or reply purple on Instagram, and you will get a collection of all purple pieces that we did.
Yes. And actually, if you liked that red vest, you should comment frequency. Because all the pieces that we have that kind of have that like wavy, almost electric type pattern, like sound waves, frequency. It'll get you to what we currently have with those. It hasn't been updated recently, but
no.
Recently enough.
Yes.
Okay, here is another beauty. This one is...
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it's so sweet. This one is different shades of blue. Look at that fun little pattern there at the bottom. Then we have polka dots, white on gray. We also have some lovely little green down there. And this up here it's a bluey pink. I don't know how else to describe that. Like pink velvet. If you were to imagine pink velvet, that's what it would look like, with slightly magenta undertones. And you can wear it like this here. And the way that I've put it on, it is slightly, is this the one where it's shorter at the back or longer at the back? Longer at the back. And so the way that I did that was, you see how when I hold it up, there's more fabric under the armholes. So if I put that at the bottom, at the back, it'll cover my bum. If I flip it around and put it on this way, then it's not going to have the same coverage across the bottom here. But it does give me a lot more fabric to play with up here. And if I wanted, I could even fold that back into a bit of a shawl, so I wouldn't not be revealing my arms. I know some ladies prefer not to do that. So you get this look here.
Cute. And I actually think that's how Kim likes to wear them.
Yeah, Kim likes to wear them with her arms covered for sure.
And you can watch that reel on our Instagram of Kim trying on the versatile vest, because she herself is very particular about the vest. She wasn't a fan, but she kind of realized if she wore it asymmetrically, or if she wore it where you kind of have the lapels falling on the arms, that she gets the kind of coverage that she wants.
Now, this one you can see is a lovely pale lilac, almost a gray. For those of you who bought Foxglove from the spring collection, my guess is this is Foxglove. What do you think, Shefali?
I think, honestly, it's a bit too gray for Foxglove.
I think I have the...
Are they here?
Yeah. Somebody asked to see them and I never put them away. Laziness for the win. Okay, so if you purchase Foxglove, by the way, I think the last shipment of spring linens is en route now. So if you were waiting patiently for your shipment, I think this is where I get my Foxglove. This is where you get your Tarocco.
That's where I get all 3.
Oh.
Tarocco, Demoiselle, and Verbena.
Wow.
I went crazy this time.
So Foxglove is here. It's pretty close. So if you got Foxglove, this is in the same color family.
I think that vest has more gray in it. And you know what? I prefer more gray up. Actually, do I prefer more gray up top than bottom? I think that it makes the pants pop. You have a
like
pop
I would wear this with red and then those pants.
That is true.
So like
that
gray on the bottom, purple on the top, but definitely a red in between.
Well, you could wear this with like a verbena on the bottom. You could wear this with like green on the bottom. Like it's neutral, right?
Really, it's neutral because it just has basically one color, gray and purple. And the gray is very purpley. So it's 2 shades of purple. And it is just a lovely small print. I feel like I've been talking and I haven't even gotten through the vests.
Corey said the May shipment is early. By the way, it's 8:39, so you're good.
Oh, good. I know that Bryn Walker just shipped. So I don't know when it's going to arrive. I think that just means they created the shipping label. But yeah, I think it's going to be here soon. Is that our last delivery? Is May or April? This is April.
This is April.
Do we have a May delivery?
Yeah, I believe so, because I think February was May, wasn't it?
Oh, so then it is not our last Bryn Walker shipment. This may not be mine either then. We'll see. But I guess and those pages are all gone now too. I don't even think you can look it up.
Oh.
So this one bummer. It's fabulously soft. I want to say it's 2 different shades of teal. The border is an antique, Nope, this way. The border is an antique chartreuse border. Looks like it is also made of silk or a hand-woven cotton.
It's a vintage border. It's a vintage border for sure.
It's a vintage border for sure, but look how it matches this exactly.
Oh, and I love the way that they hemmed it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's almost like there's 3 ribbons together.
Yeah. I love that.
It's beautifully done.
They did a great job with that.
And then this one is it Mukesh work?
Yes.
It is Mukesh work, but it's very smooth. So sometimes when we get sparkles like this is called Mukesh work. And what it is a metal ribbon that they kind of crisscross under the fabric. Sometimes Mukesh work can be itchy, which is why we tend to get it on pieces that are not going directly against your skin. Having said that, one, I can't even feel the Mukesh work on this one. And that's kind of what we've done when we pick saris, where I'm like, if it's Mukesh work, we have to physically go, does it bother us? Now that we figured out that Mukesh work is beautiful, but can get scratchy. Here's another stunner. Look at the colors on that. Beautiful, right? Browns, different shades of blue and green in the polka dots. Here we have 2 of my favorite colors, a dark green and a cobalt blue kind of meshed together. Then we get some browns. The background is a very pale blue or maybe a greeny blue. I think it's getting washed out there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can they?
They can see the pattern really clearly, but if you back up, yeah, that's perfect.
So can they see the green and the blue in there?
They can.
Okay. Because, yeah, it's really sweet. Really, really sweet. I love the polka dots and the texture, the visual texture in that. And then here's another one that's in our Wabi Sabi collection. Here, okay, this one is unbelievably soft. And the colors, the background color is almost like the color of our walls. It's you know what it is? It's a vinaigrette. It's like a balsamic color. And then it has, this looks to me like owl, which is a beige with slightly pink undertones. And then the flowers in it are pink. And it's just a very small chintz print. I recently learned the history of the word chintzy.
Chintzy?
Chintzy. I don't even think it's a word that you guys use anymore. No. When I was growing up, if something was kind of like gaudy or cheap looking, the more was like cheap looking, you'd say, oh, that's chintzy. Yeah, except I always thought, well, that's really strange because chintz is so beautiful. So why would somebody say chintzy is ugly? And now I know. So real chintz came out of India, and it was the true small, tiny prints that were printed onto fabric. And then England started reproducing it.
England does best.
Started reproducing the Indian textiles, but did not do a very good job of it. So compared to the real Indian textiles,
they were chintzy.
They were chintzy.
That's funny.
So yeah. So these are the real chintz, guys. These are not the chintzy chintzes.
They're the OGs.
They're the OGs. So this one is a teal. It's got some, this is, I want to say, Merlot and deep dusty rose. Yeah. And here, the color, I want to say the background color is a teal leaning towards green. And that is a very pale, icy green in there. Just 3 more, and then we get into Babydolls, everybody's favorite. Okay, this one again is pretty close to neutral because it is just a purple and a black, but it does have a fabulous border. So this is more of a magenta purple. It has reddish undertones. The border is stunning. That is all embroidery there, guys. And it is sewn on, so it's appliqued.
Wow, beautiful work.
It's beautiful. Remember that guy who sat down next to me when I was outside?
Oh, yeah. How can we forget?
Jason or something?
I think so.
So, okay. So those of you who know our neighborhood.
Cautionary tale.
Cautionary tale. So our neighborhood was a little more salt of the earth, we're going to call it. A lot of people who were unhoused, some drug use, and it just kind of developed a little bit more and more that way because the city got rid of the mission. And so there's nowhere for people to go. So I am not casting blame here. It's a difficult situation. But I also saw my first crack pipe in real life. So There you have it.
Baby's first seat.
Baby's first crack pipe. So we moved over here, and this neighborhood, even though it's just like a couple of blocks away, it just has so much more of like an artsy kind of a vibe. So when we were moving, we had a couple of parking spots that I had paid the city to like put one of those no parking things on, but the truck had to go get more. But we were really worried that if somebody took the parking, we wouldn't be able to like get them towed in time. So my job was to sit outside in the parking lots for 3 spots with a pylon and a chair, and me sitting in the middle on a chair, telling people not to park there. So as I'm sitting there, somebody on a bench far away pulls out a guitar and starts strumming. And I'm like, how sweet is this? What a great neighborhood. So he goes and he goes, what do you want to hear? And I'm like, anything from the 70s. And it's a little dark. I can't see the guy's face. And he's like, okay. And he starts playing. And then he stops. I go, what happened? And he goes, well, I thought I'd come sit beside you. And I'm like, how nice. The busker wants to sit beside me. And I'm like, come sit. He gets closer. No teeth. Nothing going on in here. And he asked me if I like.
Don't say the word.
I cannot say the words. One of them rhymes with doc, and the other one rhymes with hussy. And I said, excuse me, pardon? And he said, yeah, do you like this or that? And I'm like, I don't think that's appropriate. And then I didn't know what to do because he was sitting there beside me and he was really, really close. And then I called Mira and I'm like, I need to get out of this situation. She goes, right. Actually, she called me, to be fair, because I sent a picture like, this is what's going on with me right now. And Shafali and Mira and Rachel were all together. And Mira's like, this isn't funny, guys. My mom is stuck. So luckily, after he asked me a second time if I was interested in him, and I'm like, I'm married and not interested in you. He goes, I would never go after another guy's girl. Like he had a chance, right? Like if it weren't for his self-discipline, we'd be like,
it was those poetic words he asked you about reproductive parts that really made you reconsider 35%.
So yeah. So it's a great neighborhood, but if you see a busker, look closely before assuming it's just your average busker.
Yes.
That is the moral of the story.
Once again, this is a classic story of Priya and the beautiful nature of naivete.
Well, okay, I live in Burlington, and
buskers in Burlington
buskers in Burlington are your neighbor's kid who's in university for music, and it's trying.
It's like love life, man.
I love life, and I'm going to just sit here and play music because it brings me joy. That's what I'm used to with a busker, and I'm thinking, how does this guy who clearly doesn't have a home, how does he have 2 guitars? Literally 2 guitars.
Where there's a will for music, there's a way.
I guess. This is beautiful too. So the background colors in this are different shades of brown. This one's a little bit orangey. This is getting a little bit more into the pink tones. Then we have burgundies, blacks, a little bit of gray. This is closer to a red, actually. And this one's beautiful.
Jordy had a really good question. She asked, these pieces with the gorgeous borders, how do you wear them to really show the borders off?
That's a great question. So for me personally, when I see one, especially a vest with a great border, I will wear it. Let me find one with a great border.
I'll do that purple one.
Yeah, this one. I will opt to wear it one of 2 ways. Mostly what I do is I wear it this way, so that the border is right at the front, right there. And it's the first thing you see. And if I want to add a bit of asymmetry, I'll either use a ziska bead or tie a knot right here to create a line going down. The other way to do it is to wear it as a vest.
Short side to the back,
yes.
Long side to the front. So wherever that border is, you just want the border to come to the front. Priya, the superhero.
Yes, I'm having a superhero moment again.
And then you can create that really sweet border. And you can still wear like a jacket and stuff like that. So if you have a thicker border, because this one it has a more malleable border. So yes. I think Jordy, it seemed like, I think she asked that
when we were doing that one with the thick border.
The purple one, yeah.
Oh, that purple one, this guy. So this one, again, I would probably wear it this way and have that border just come down the front like that. And again, you could also wear it this way and turn the border into your lapels.
Why don't you add a Jiva jacket on top, like a purple one? They're behind you.
Yeah. What's the length in the back? Yep, sure. Look how color coordinated they are.
I know.
I'm trying to find one with a little purple.
It might be behind the mannequin.
There's no Corey.
Guess who's
Aren't they all out here?
Yeah, that's every single one. That's every single one.
We don't actually have one. I have a gray.
It might be the other side that's purple. Do you know what I mean? No. For the, you might have to check.
Check on the inside. I think the purples have left the building.
Purple is popular.
It is. No, there's no purples left. And we still haven't got our sample either of the
longer one,
version. But things are happening in India too. They're also having, I think.
I was gonna say, isn't Anshul like basically hustling to try to get?
They're hustling because they don't even have cooking fuel right now, so it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Oh, it's after 8 p.m. Is the world still standing?
Yeah, it's 8:51. I think we're.
It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. There was a bit of an 8 p.m. countdown happening.
They're automatic.
If anybody has an update, I would like to know. Not to be a downer, but just a plan.
And Jessica said, "Oh, Priya." Corey said, "You have the best stories, Priya." Sabina said, "Another Priya moment."
My God, it was so naive.
And what's funny is when I saw Judy and Judy went, "Priya's so naive sometimes." And I went, "Yeah."
Very sheltered life, guys. I'm so.
And Heather said, "I loved his bravado and confidence." Well, we can always introduce you, Heather.
He asked me how old I was. He asked me when I was born. I guess he wanted to make sure we were age compatible.
Of course. He doesn't want to be a creep after all.
Okay, so he is 10 years younger than I am. He easily looked 20 years older than I am. Easily.
Was it the
no teeth?
The no teeth.
I don't know.
Well, you know what? He's looking for a cougar that can buy him a whole new set.
Oh my God. I'm so dumb. I didn't think.
Get that guy crowned.
Oh,
that's all I have to say.
And that actually, the reason that he left is he said something else to me that was really crude. And I said, "That's not okay." And he looked at me like, "What?" And I'm like, "Listen, I was a teacher for 25 years and I will not accept that language around me." And he goes, "Oh, should I leave?" And I said, "I think you should."
God, not you having the most like.
I had to go straight into teacher voice.
Yeah.
That he still had some memory of that.
That was like this neighbor I had when I was moving out of my old apartment. I think I told you the story, Priya, where like he was drunk and he had like driven home drunk with his partner and stuff.
Oof.
And my ex-partner was standing there.
Oh, you told me about this.
And
yes.
He was standing there looking at this guy because this guy was like trying to like talk to me and stuff and talk to my partner. And then I had to go there and go, "I'm going to call the police in 10 seconds. I'm going to count this down. And if you don't get back in your house, I'm going to call." And I said, 10, 9. And I used to do that to students when I was a Don. And he actually backed away.
Find that teacher tone. Okay, so guys, look at the cat necklaces. Give them a second chance. This one's gold. It's a gold cat.
He's going, "Love me."
This one is really, it feels like a chiffon. It might be listed as a Georgette, but it's so light and airy. The colors are, this is a deep sky blue, maybe has a little bit of green in it, but it is mostly, I would say, blue. There's a goldy shade in through here, and then these are two different shades of pink. There's the fuchsia with slightly purpley undertones, and then a little pink in it as well. And you can mostly see all the colors on that panel. Right.
That's beautiful.
It's beautiful and very, very lightweight.
And I will say the cat necklace does actually go really perfectly with this look.
So today, ladies, I am taking home a baby doll dress that I waited for you guys to buy, and you didn't buy it. And I said, "Okay, that's fair now. I have been very, very good in not purchasing it. And now I'm going to show it to you. And this is the one you guys missed out on."
She's having an end.
I am, because honestly, How did
Wait,
nobody else?
You're doing a share. You have to describe it like the description for a Facebook swap and sell share post. Share, hot sell.
Share. I just got this great baby doll dress. I can't believe nobody else snapped it up. It's different shades of red and black. But what I really loved about it were the sequins. So sorry the rest of you missed it. Tee
Laughing emoji, smiling emoji, winky emoji.
Divine. Absolutely divine. And I was very patient.
Carol said, we were actually saving it for you, Priya.
Thank you, Carol. I saw it again after we finished moving in, and I was literally drawn to it. And Kim's like, have you had your eye on that one? No, I haven't. No.
You've been requested to spin.
Oh, I will. Let me just spin for you.
Oh, let me just spin for you.
I love it so much.
Sabina said, we're still standing. Jane said, Trump back down for 2 weeks.
2 week, really?
Yeah, 2 week reprise, says Carol.
Oh,
Debbie said, that got postponed for 2 weeks.
Oh,
Corey said, rumor of a 2 week ceasefire.
Thank you all. Thank you all. I was wondering, I'm like, this could be the craziest moment. Where were you when? And we were like, I was watching a sneak peek when all of a sudden, glad to hear that we're still standing.
Haha, you used your teacher's voice. The baby doll just floats. Lorena suggested do a Lucy and give him 5 reasons. That was good. I like that one.
Yes. Oh, this is beautiful too. So I would say the background color of this is like a slightly yellow, like it does have goldeny undertones, but it is a beige. So beige with golden sand, maybe sand is a good color, but definitely like sand with slightly yellow undertones. It is not a cool color. It is not a neutral color. It's not exceedingly warm, but it has warmth. And black, and that's it. Black and neutral. This would be great with like a black jacket or a black scarf over it and black underpinnings. Very soft as well. Here's another beauty. Oh, didn't we see the vest in this? I think so. Maybe we try them on together.
Maybe. Rhonda said, I'm introducing my friend to your lives right now. We've been laughing along with your lovely stories. Your wholesome, heartfelt stories.
I believe I'm so dumb.
It's okay. You're just, you know what? You carry your sense of idealism and hope for the world with you in all adventures that you take in life. Especially when a busker with no teeth comes and sits with
buskers have no teeth.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
At the analytics?
I think I do need to see analytics.
Yeah. Show me the numbers.
That's right. Okay. So if you are somebody who likes to layer, generally speaking, we say if you're going to layer a vest over a baby doll, that it's nice if you have one with a good thick border. So that's another way that you can use them. Gorgeous border.
Yes.
But yeah, if you ever want to layer the two, they look great together.
I love that. I like how the vest is so simple, and then you have the pop of the detail from the baby doll with almost that border kind of framing the baby doll on the side.
This is the wrong color.
It is.
It really is. Really is.
I'm really sorry that the cat couldn't save you.
No, the
cat's out of the bag.
The cat was definitely out of the bag on this one. Hold on though. What about this? Can we? Should we? I got my first Ziska cord to go with my Ziska beads.
Oh,
and honestly, it looks amazing. I had my doubts. I was like, going to be too close up to my neck. I'm not sure if I'm going to like that. And then I got one, and then I think. Didn't I wear it on the opening?
You wore it for the puja.
I wore it for the puja. We had like a little religious ceremony here, a little, almost like a saging moment on Good Friday. But yeah, I loved it. I did not think I was going to love it. I was a skeptic. I am no longer a skeptic. Now it's like, hand me the Ziska beads. I got things to do.
Converted.
I am converted.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You didn't throw holy water on the Ziska beads, or did you?
I put holy water on the Ziska beads. I also watered our little plant out there.
Oh, yes.
So we'll see. We'll see if it changes the way things grow.
Carol says the dark hair and the red with the red simply looks so fabulous on you, especially because your hair is all curly. And Corey says it was exciting. The silks in the new space, they all look so different.
They really do. And I think it's also because the racks aren't so closed in and the lighting is a lot warmer. It feels more homey here and less retail.
Yeah, like it feels like you're in someone's really fancy dressing room.
Yeah.
Which was what we wanted.
Ooh. Wow. This one also has a vest.
It's like the Hagia Sophia when they come together.
Wow.
The Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail. This is going to be beautiful together with that border. Look at those flowers. Gorgeous.
Marina said Foxtrot and Delta Tango.
Right there with you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I did not mean to make a political statement.
Corey said, naive and sweet, not dumb. And Jessica said, amen, Lorena. And Rhonda asked, did you holy water the plants?
I did. So, okay, we did a puja, which is like a little religious ceremony where you have a coconut. There were so many coconuts when I got married, involved in so many things, that the joke on my husband's side of the family is that we must have stocks in coconut because we clearly are trying to get more people to use coconuts more of the time. Yeah. So it involved a coconut. It involved water inside a little copper mug. And then it was part of like a little prayer. We had a Ganesh, who's the remover of obstacles. We had a Lakshmi, who's the goddess of wealth, all the things you want in a new store, honestly. And my mom took it so seriously. It was really sweet. It was so sweet. And it made me think that there is a whole generation that once that generation's gone, the rest of us are just going to be staring at each other like, something's supposed to be happening right now. We're supposed to be doing something. I just have zero clue. I think it involves water. Like, that's all I know, right? But she took it so seriously and put together this lovely little moment for us. Mm-hmm. And I do think it's the equivalent of smudging a place. Like, it's the idea of clearing out the negative energy from a space.
Yeah, it's
welcoming and positive energy.
It's our version of it.
Yeah. It was very sweet. And then she told me, she's like, and then take these flower petals and sprinkle them outside your store. And I'm like, I'm going to get accused of polluting. I don't really think I can do that. So we have like a little flower planter out front, and I delicately put all the flowers as if they had fallen off the planter. And then I'm like, I don't know if I can really pour this water. It's going to look like somebody peed, which is possible now, we know, because of Guitar Guy. So I just watered the plastic flowers. Planter. They're beautiful. It's a nice little Easter bouquet. And I'm like, how are they planting them in this cold weather? And I went up to them, realized they were plastic, but I did add water. So
doing your part.
I followed instructions, Mom. Followed instructions.
Rhonda said it sounds like a beautiful ceremony.
It was very sweet. Shefali was here and Mira. And then this was hilarious. So when you do a Hindu ceremony, or for those of you who have visited India or have been to a Hindu temple, a very prominent part of any Hindu religious ceremony involves keeping the gods awake. Because they get tired, they get distracted, they've got lots of different things going on. So when you go into a Hindu temple, you ring the bell. There's like this great big bell and you go ding, and then that lets the gods know that you're there, because they're very distracted. But during
the Hindu gods,
there's so many of them. They're probably chatting, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So during this ceremony, one of the things that my mom had was this tiny little bell. And during the entire ceremony, it had to keep dinging. So she did it for the first part of it. And Mira looked over at me like, there were two things. One was, that is so cool. Why isn't that me? And also, oh my God, thank God that's not me. So then later we had to do it. I'm like, my mom's like, oh, somebody needs to ring the bell. I'm like, Mira wants to ring the bell. But I don't even think you did this. So Mira is ringing it, and everyone, she looks back at you, and you're like, and you're, yeah. So Anita was here. She was supposed to be filming the whole thing. And she just kept zooming in on Mira's face. She's standing there in disbelief, like, what am I doing? Why am I reading? If I were 5, this would be awesome. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's fun.
What did she say afterwards? She's like, it was nice because I was reliving a childhood moment, but also I was just so confused why I was ringing it for so long.
Our staff need to ring a bell for 5 minutes. Yeah, it was fun, guys. It was totally fun.
Yeah.
And it really meant a lot to my parents and to me, but probably more to my parents. Oh, this one matches the purple vest. Beautiful soft purple on this one, purple and gray. Just a tiny little print on it. So soft.
Well, I think my favorite part is that when she was putting the powder on everyone's forehead, the bindi, and then I was like, Mira, we should go get a bindi. She's like, and I was like, yeah, we need to do that. We just go puja.
So one part of the puja, you take, I think it's vermilion powder. And you just get like a little dot, and it just means that you've participated in this ceremony. And the other part you get is like a little bit of food that's been blessed during the ceremony so that you're imbibing some of this holy atmosphere. But part of it is this red dot. And Mira's like, I'm not getting the red dot. She's like, dot. And then later my mom comes around and she's like, you can take the dot off now. It's like, we're done. You can take it off. Like, you don't have to worry about keep wearing it. It's fine. You just
kept it on.
Yeah, Mira did.
Yeah.
Liked it. It was fun.
And then we had to go and like basically at the end there's a candle that's lit the whole time, so you can like basically take the energy from the candle because it's been blessed.
The Agni, which is
Agni,
fire,
yeah.
is also a god.
Yeah. Oh right, and Agni blessed me. Yeah. So we did that, and then Mira was like, she didn't know what to do, so I was like, okay, just come with me. Doing it to her, and then I like gave her the Agni, and like I gave her some of the energy, and then I like patted her.
I know, it was actually hilarious. I haven't had a chance to watch the videos, but honestly, just watching Mira through that whole thing was worth all.
Yeah,
it was too funny.
And Kat asked, "Hi, did I miss the kimonos, or is that Friday?"
Dusters are coming up next.
Yeah, they're next. You're right on time, Kat. And Jessica said, is that embroidery on the dress border? It looks metallic. I think she was talking about the red one.
So this one has no metal on it at all.
It does at the bottom. What is that?
Oh, that. Okay, that is, it's sewn on, but it's almost like a button. It's a piece of metal that's sewn on into the border. So
the answer is yes, there is a piece of
metal. And so, yeah, be careful through airport security. So one of our it's true. One of our customers, Missy, she went through airport security.
Oh,
she was like,
Missy.
yeah. So she was going through airport security, and she thought, oh, you know what? I'm just going to wear my sorry, not sorry. I'll be so comfortable. And then when she's going through security, they stop her and they're like, you're lighting up everywhere. And so she's like, but I don't have anything on me. And they actually had to do like a cranny and crevice search. And then later she realized it was the sequins. So she put it into the swap and sell chat. So if you're not part of the swap and sell, if you're on Instagram, just type in swap. If you go to our Facebook page and go to sale, you'll see it there. It is a fun place to hang out.
Our website.
Our website under sale. Yeah, anyway, so she said, so just a heads up, if you think you're being like super clever by wearing your sparkliest piece through security, maybe don't do that.
You will get creviced.
Yeah, I think so. Like, that means every Indian woman who's wearing anything sparkly is, I think they just have really sensitive.
I think they're just uber sensitive because she's US, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really soft crepe. Like, it's actually, I feel like it's a satin. It is a satin. Unbelievably soft. This background color is a pinky gray. It's not a pure gray. Or maybe a purpley gray. And red, and yeah, this is satin. Is this part of that same sari? It's not, right? Yeah, maybe it is. Is it? No, guys, it's not. I know you were worried, and it's not. Okay, went through that. Oh yeah, we're right there. This is the last one. So pretty. Time.
It is 9:09.
Okay, time to speed it up a little. All right, those were these were all wabi-sabi ones, by the way. These are all wabi-sabi baby dolls. In case you were wondering, they are all exquisite. Grab these first, friends. Some of you have asked me if you can apply your loyalty points retroactively if you've purchased something. And sadly, the answer is no. And it's not because we're trying to be sneaky. It's that there are a lot of things that happen behind the scenes with those loyalty points when they kind of get, there's a bunch of different, they're called flows that happen in the background when you purchase something, and then it goes to here, and then something gets tagged, and then it goes to here, and then points get added, and then it compares it to what you purchased before. Like, it does all of that in the background, and it is almost impossible to undo it. So if you want to use your points, you have to use them at the time when you're checking out. You just take your loyalty points code and maybe save it somewhere or copy it and paste it into the promo code box at checkout, because we really can't do it retroactively. We're not trying to be mean.
No, it becomes an impossible task.
It becomes an impossible task. And especially during sneak peek, like sometimes what we can do is, if it's not a piece that's in high demand, we can say like, okay, maybe we can cancel the order, but then you've got to make the purchase like immediately right after we cancel it. But then if somebody else gets it in between, and normally during a sneak peek, we won't have time for that. So it's best to just use your points and assume that we cannot do it. This here is so soft. Definitely some autumn tones. They're showing up. I feel like they're showing up brighter on camera than they are in person.
As you move back, it's basically the right tone. It's just as you come closer, what happens is that the light needs to focus, and then it will
like it's so
help
bright
it look
here.
better. Yeah. But if you come really close, you'll be able to really see the detail of the silk, and just let it load and let it, yep, there you go.
Oh, I see now.
Jessica says, Sorry Not Sorry has a great loyalty program. Thank you.
People took advantage of that Wabi Sabi sale. And I'm happy you did, because we had a lot of Wabi Sabi pieces, and it was a really good way for us to make sure that while we were moving, we still had money coming in. So thank you for that. But yeah, I think it was definitely win-win. This is beautiful too. So I haven't seen this. This is so Scooby-Doo, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. Because you have purples, you have mustards, you have a little bit of avocado with real green. You have
avocado with real green, not that fake green.
Yeah, like there's avocado, but then there's also that real green, which I'm guessing is like a Benetton green in here.
Yeah, I think slightly less blue, more yellow.
Yes, more of a yellow green, like a Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have your Goldie tones, but very much Scooby-Doo. Ooh, so much fun. I like the pattern on this. Like, I like that it's, to me, this looks really European. Like, I can see this done up. I can even see this on a guy, actually.
I think this is also very masculine.
Yeah, it could be, right?
Like, I've seen guys who come in and buy pieces like that.
Fabulous colors on this one. So soft. And they do all come with a belt. I'm not a belt person. We're definitely not going to get through all of this, guys. But if you would like to wear it, wait, if I do wear a belt, I put the belt through the armholes at the front and then leave the back kind of hanging straight and then tie it together here. But because my waist is not super defined and it's high, I don't really like to emphasize it, even though other people will tell you you should. I just don't feel comfortable, but that's how it would look if I tied it.
And you can always do the jacket hack. When you get to the last duster, would you mind trying it on? It's got lots of circles on it. And I'm just wondering where those fall on the bodies with respect to my own lovely circle.
Oh, it's a booble zone.
Yeah,
we like to
the booble region. Where's Carol with the emoji?
That's right. Is it? I can actually try to find it. Is it a full price or is it a?
Oh, she said the last one. There is a piece I see there that has circles, or maybe it's that one.
How much you want to bet it's?
Oh, it might be that one. Booble region.
Yes.
That's stunning.
It's stunning. So this one is from the Wabi Sabi collection. Let me tell you about it.
Jan Pruden says it looks great on you tied. Thank you, Jan.
Thank you. So, okay, these are teal and thyme. If you know thyme, like a eucalyptus color. And these are, I think it's called cut thread work. So it's woven through, but you can see on this side where they've just cut the threads. Whoops, you can't see it there. You can see it.
Literally cut the thread work.
Cut the thread works. And all of these circles, where do they land? Let's see.
I think you're safe.
I think it would be more noticeable if it were some sort of a caftan.
Yeah, because of the way they cut the dusters, it wouldn't be like super obvious. Like, I think you are safe.
And unless the blue ones show up more.
Unless you have really irregular boobles.
Sisters, not twins.
Twins, yeah. Associates.
Yeah. Let us know if that wasn't the right one.
Distant cousins, not friends.
And I will try not to try it.
Oh, it's cool. No problem there. Yeah. It was that piece. So I think we're good.
Okay, this one is so delicate. It feels like something Victorian.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Oh. So ladies, I have been watching the best TV show. First of all, I have to thank you all for telling me to get BritBox. You were right. And the name of the show is Outrageous. It is the story of the Mitford sisters. You may remember them, a group of 8 or 7 sisters that inadvertently become involved in politics during the time of fascism and communism and revolution everywhere between the wars. But that's not the best part of it. The best part of it is the relationship these sisters have and the costumes, the setting. It is unbelievable. My husband, as we watch it, he just keeps shaking his head. He says, on BritBox, the background is always a character. It's like it's got its own character in the show. But this looks like something from that show, and it is unbelievably soft. Stunning.
That's so sweet, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, he really does. He just goes, it's just like, it's its own character. Like, you don't see Ivy like that. He's noticing all the background stuff. And then he keeps telling each of our daughters, like, you're going to love this. It's a bunch of 20-something girls, but they're like so smart and they're so involved and they love each other. But then, they all have different political beliefs. Oh, this one's really cool. So this one, except for that little bit of kind of earthy tone there on the sleeve, it's just a very pale taupe and a black. So super neutral, super soft. Wait till that's there. Ooh, this next one is a stunner too. What's going on? Crazy things?
Oh no. Just Kim asking a question. She was like, wait, why is it that when I'm watching it on YouTube, everything is so much darker than when I'm watching it on Instagram? Everything's so much lighter. And I'm trying to explain to Kim, like, there's a camera and the light is directly behind the camera. And here the lighting is more sporadically spread out because...
But it's all the same camera. Like it should be broadcasting the same image. You would think. Look at the design.
I think it's because what Kim is not seeing is that she's not seeing everything. She's only seeing one part. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whereas with the other one, you're seeing more of the other parts.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Obviously a digital print. Look at that.
Yeah. I don't know how to specifically word what I'm saying, but hopefully, Kim, you are hearing this and you're hearing what I mean.
And she'll honestly, I'm right with her, Kim, and I don't understand what she means, but I am going to smile like I'm like, right. That makes so much sense.
Thank you for clarifying. For sure.
How did I not think of that myself?
Sure, the doy.
Lovely. Now this is a fuchsia, but a bluey fuchsia, not a bright pinky fuchsia. And that is a periwinkle there on the sleeve. The sleeve is actually an applique border. And this is a sheer Georgette.
That one's beautiful.
Very, very pretty.
Kim said, no. She probably said, why did you guys read my comment?
Because if you thought it, you can be sure somebody else thought it.
Yeah.
We've been through this.
Hey, don't blame me, Kim. Priya asked me what I was texting. And at least
it's usually something's going wrong. And then I want to know.
It's okay. It's just Kim asking a tech question.
Ooh, this one has fun little polka dots. So this one has, to me, those look like maple leaves. Am I the only one who sees a maple leaf there?
Yeah, it looks like maple.
It does, like slightly crinkled maple leaves.
Yeah.
But what you're seeing, the little circles I was telling you about, these are embroidery They're gold embroidery in the shape of a circle with embroidery in a different color, pink, on the outside of it. So I hope you can see that that's what that looks like. And it covers this whole side and this whole side, and then this side doesn't have it because that would have been the part that gets tucked in.
She said, no, Priya is lighter and the clothes are lighter on YouTube. But that still doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Well, it could be her TV setting.
I think
is she on her TV or her phone?
She said TV and phone.
Oh, I don't know why.
And she said, oh, I get what she means. Yeah, completely, because I am such a fashion person, of course. Hey, June, she said, joining late, any chance you could re-show PRC 8846? I can pull that up.
Yeah, if you could pull that up. Okay, this one is insane. So this here at the back is sequins and beadwork. So for every sequin, there's also a little bead right there. Very, very delicately done and all done by hand. So that's the very, very, oh, look at it. Also, it runs all the way through the front. Can they see it? I don't know if they can see it because now it's in front of me.
It's beautiful.
Unbelievable. So this is black with just pops of color at the sleeve. Everywhere that there is a black sequin, they're kind of iridescent. You also have a bead. Here on the sleeves, you also have sequins with beads.
Don't worry, June, you're good. We haven't showed lawn tunic with side ties yet.
That's next. So I'll hurry up through the dusters. This is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Great travel piece. Maybe this will look good with my necklaces.
Definitely the red cat. And chat rouge, the petit chat rouge. Oui. Oh, so cute. Meow, 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 meow.
Meow. Did you say meow, meow? Yeah. So Shefali, are you going to get a cat? Have you decided?
Yes, I have. And I know exactly what cat, which cat.
Have you met the cat? You've met the cat.
I have met the cat. She is a sweet little orphan of almost 2 years. She is a gray-haired kitty cat.
Short hair?
Short-haired, a tabby. She was, I want to give a special shout out to Sandra Kronk from Zonta, who is a great foster of cats. And she is a sweet little girl who likes to be alone.
Oh,
yeah.
These are wabi-sabis now, guys.
And she likes to be the center of attention. She actually gets into a bit of an attitude when the other cats come closer to her because they just want to be friends. And she's like, absolutely not.
Oh, does Cassandra have more than one cat?
Yeah, she has quite a few cats that she takes care of. And they're all so happy. And
this is a really teal great help in there, like a very, very soft teal on peach.
So Lisa has a great question. She asks, is the cut of the kimono sleeve jacket same as the longer one, or is one bigger than the other?
They are exactly the same cut. One is just shorter. They're in every way the same. I think even the length of the slit is the same. It's just one is shorter. Ooh, this one's fun.
Very beautiful.
Now, this one is a little rougher textured. I wouldn't say that it's stiff or anything. It's just a slightly thicker, like I feel like it's a different kind of silk. It almost feels starched, but it's not like scratchy or anything. It's just, it almost feels like a starched sari. It's got a little bit more substance, which I actually think works well with the pattern. Oh. Okay, this looks like a Devoré silk, but it's not. It is pinks and reds. Kim, if you're watching, you should be drooling.
You should be drooling.
Because these are your colors, and it has satin on the sleeve.
So she doesn't have a name, actually. Great question, Sabina.
I was wondering if you'd named her.
No, I haven't thought about it. I don't know what to name her. It looks very mystical to me. And I wanted to give her kind of like a brown name because I couldn't name my car a brown name because it's a white car. And so
what's yours, Stella?
Stacy.
Stacy. Mine is Stella.
Yeah.
What's Mira's?
Blueberry.
Blueberry.
It makes a lot of sense that Toot and Puddle are her cat's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't decided yet. I think one day I went through a bit of a deep dive in some classic kind of Sri Lankan names, and I kind of looked at some and I was like, be, but I always also believe that the name comes to you. Like when I was
it will be revealed.
Yeah, it will be revealed. Like when I was naming my cats Pico and Marvin, like I kept having Pico, which was my framework model for my research paper, population exposure comparison outcome.
Oh, so you didn't name it Pico, Pekoe?
No, it's Pico, like Peco.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and so I kept having. I was doing my research at the time, and then I like had gotten the cat, and we were wondering what to name it. And I was like, what if we named it Pico? Like I couldn't think of another name.
Yeah.
And so then that was his name, and it was perfect.
I've seen the name Pico with like ginger cats because like
Pico, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is lovely too. Soft pinks and golden yellows and blues, like a denim blue.
Kat was wondering, is that blue or purple?
This one, yes, she had asked that, and I think the answer that I gave you online was correct. The little flower designs are a deep purple with a black border, and the rest of it is a cobalt. It's the same blue. You told me the name of the blue, Kat, in the message. I think you called it a marine blue.
It's like a marine blue.
It's a marine blue.
But it's a marine blue.
It's a marine blue.
The borders like of the kimono sleeves, that has purple in it?
Yes, that's purple.
With like a black.
There, purple and black. But this base color is definitely blue, not purple.
Oh, Jane said Mystique would be a good name.
Yeah, that would be a nice name. I did this one.
And Kat said, thanks. And Sabina said, recently heard a cat named Maisie. So fun.
Oh, that is so fun. This one is so
Oh, I love this fabric.
Wow. What do we call them? Coastal Queen?
Coastal Queen.
This is Coastal Queen.
Shout out to all my Coastal Queens. Yoga by the Sea. This is for you.
Yeah. Definitely spa vacation. Look at the colors in that. Like it's rating as a purple, even though there's no purple in it, is there?
Mm-hmm. It's because of the blue against the like this kind of owl color. This would look really nice with owl.
Yeah. Stunning. Okay, just the last one actually.
Ooh.
Yeah. These are your colors.
Yeah. It's very me. Something I would get for sure.
Beautiful. Too pretty. And now what we've all been waiting for. I'm actually going to go to tunic with side ties before I do short kaftans because I always leave the side ties till last. Mm-hmm. And it's just not fair.
Rhonda said, I like Mystique. Hey girl, hey.
Okay, this one has fabulous embroidery on it. Very, very soft. The colors are true. There. Woo! Wow. Damn, that's crazy. This is definitely a Monday, Tuesday piece. Party in the back.
That's what you wear out to dinner. This is what you wear to work in the morning.
Yeah, that's right. When you don't stop off at home in between. But you have to look put together. That is crazy beautiful. You can still see some of that embroidery. It's all hand embroidery up here, and you can tell it's hand embroidery because of the finishing on the inside, which is right there.
And Corey asked, that duster, was that a traditional print?
Which one?
I think that one, you might have said it was a traditional print.
I don't think I said this was a traditional print.
Or did you say the Coastal Queen one is a traditional print?
I don't remember using the words traditional print, but that doesn't mean that they didn't come out of my mouth. Sometimes my brain doesn't know what my mouth is doing. This is a traditional print.
Yeah,
that's done. Okay, here we have. Oh, is this now this? I've seen the other side of this one.
It's not actually sparkly, right? It's the piece underneath that's sparkling through it. Okay.
Yes. So this one is just a deep red. This is a slightly more of a pinky tone in here. And it's the same all the way through. This would be a great piece to wear like as an underpinning piece because it's just the reds.
Sabina said, Shafali, name her Davy.
Oh, Davy's a beautiful name.
I could do that. Davy's nice.
This is gorgeous. So this one is coral, deep coral leaning towards red with blue on the sleeve here. Very soft.
And Corey says, I have a vest with windmill things on it too.
Oh, windmill things.
Which is like that duster.
Yeah. Okay, this is really beautiful. So turquoise, I'm going to call it maybe a sky blue with purple. Looks more turquoise on camera, but it is a sky blue.
You know what? Do you mind holding up the duster for me? I'm going to do a little Google search.
This one?
No, the other one. Yeah, hold it up.
Oh, that pattern.
Yeah.
So you're talking about this one here at the front.
Yes. One sec. Getting close. Okay, got it.
Ooh, this one is so soft. Unbelievably soft. I want to say that this is like a muted purple vinaigrette color. The color is actually very accurate. Great piece to wear as an underpinning because it is pretty much solid. And then these are all the full price pieces, by the way. This one has kantha stitching front and back. Kantha stitching is not itchy. And the colors are very accurate. And then the last two, that's beautiful. So the colors in that, it's like a greeny beige, so maybe like a viscosha color, but it's definitely a beige with golds and slightly brick reds, but definitely a red, but more leaning towards brick. And you can see the embroidery on this side. Now, because this is metal embroidery, you are going to be able to feel the embroidery on the other side. And then here, this one looks like one of those dyed ones, the shibori dyes. So we have greens, reds, and browns, and then it has kantha stitching around the flowers.
I think this might be more of an Anshul question, actually.
What's the question?
Is this a traditional print or not? Because
I've seen it, quite honestly. This, like with the 4.
I know in our collections we've gotten that often
with a circle with 4.
With 4.
Like I feel like it's a stylized diamond pattern.
Because like the Google thing is picking it up as like helicopter blades, or plane blades, which I don't think is true.
No, it would be. My guess is you're not supposed to look at it from the dot being the center. You're supposed to be looking at the dot connecting the diamonds. This is beautiful. I feel like we've seen this in. Is it a duster? Phenomenal, beautiful fabric. Maybe we used it with the marketing.
We had a piece from this fabric that we used in the marketing. Like we had a piece from this fabric that I used in the marketing.
So these are wabi-sabi pieces now, by the way. What time is it?
It is 9:33.
Oh, yeah, we're left. Okay. This one here, beautiful circles. It is a sky blue and then different shades of purple and gray.
Hey, Damien.
Hey, Damien. There. That's beautiful too. That's a periwinkle. Very, very soft crepe. We actually have a necklace that would match that exactly. It's a Ziska necklace. And that's what the front looks like. Ooh, look at the sleeves.
This is so sweet.
Beautiful little sleeves. Pretty. Did I show this?
No, you didn't show those.
I did not show this. Okay. Here's the back. There's the front.
Beautiful.
That is fun.
I love this fabric.
This one's really fun too. This would be nice for the summer. The background color is, it is a bit of a chartreuse. It's a muddy yellow green. Very warm. Very, very warm toned. Okay, these are still wabi-sabi pieces. This one's very, very sheer and lightweight. It has embroidered applique border, on the sleeve, on both sides. Colors are like a rust color, like a brick red, a nutmeg brown, and a dark oatmeal and black.
How does a sleeve with that border on it fall?
Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Hey girl, hey. That's all I'm reading is the last comment is Rhonda just saying, hey girl, hey.
Hey, girl.
Gail just bought a piece in the weekend in that fabric. Oh.
Okay. Here we go. That's how it looks with the sleeve embroidery. So I can feel the weight of it. It looks like it needs maybe some steaming through there because
I think it needs a steam,
it
yeah.
needs a steam. But that's how it sits. So it does, I think it does force a certain drape. What do we think? I can't see all of it. Hold on. Wrong way.
You are actually the propeller.
Yeah, beautiful fabric though.
You know what? It's wabi-sabi and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
I think I showed those. No, I didn't.
Oh,
These.
Rob asked, what happened to the bright flower one? PRG8761. I will take a look.
Okay. Could be just misfiled.
Maybe.
We know exactly which one she's talking about.
Oh, yeah. It's the one that was in the...
Yeah. Did we use it in our...
It might be in a different rack because it was used for marketing.
And it never got moved?
And it never got moved back to this rack, remember?
I know a lot of ladies really wanted to see that. Is marketing still packed?
Because this is not my marketing piece. This is a piece that was used for the unboxing video. So I know that the ladies kept it separately. I'm just not sure if they consolidated that with this rack. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. Because I don't know if Kim remembered to consolidate that, or I think the girls just didn't realize.
Can you chat for a bit while I run in the back and have a quick look?
Of course.
Because everybody wanted to know about that piece. People wanted to know if it was warm or cool toned.
Well, there's lots of comments, so we're going to go through them. There were a ton of comments. I'm going to go back on the comments. Excuse me. So Sabina had said a while back, I wear silks underpinnings for warmth. I imagine these pieces would also help keep you warm. Yes, you're right. Because they're temperature regulating and cooling. Wow, aren't you fast?
It was exactly where you said. They had pulled those pieces and they're all still there.
I told you.
So the question, is it warm or cool? It is cool. There is no warmth.
Oh, it's so cold.
Right here, there's a little bit of green over an orange, and that right there is the closest thing to warm. But the rest is very cool.
Here.
Yeah, you got to look for it. But
it's like a really unfortunate heat map.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, honestly, that orange in there makes it pop. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Jordy was wondering, would this piece work with purple landons?
She was asking that.
Purple landons.
I knew a lot of people had questions about this.
Back there.
And the answer is yes. I'm going to say definite yes. Definite yes. So glad we found this one. Should I go back there and check if there are any other ones that are from this collection?
There might be if they're from these styles, yeah.
Do you want to read some comments? And
I can read some comments. I can go back.
Okay.
You can go back to searching for those comments again.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Vancouver. Oh, okay. Roberta then said, these are my favorite colors. Amazing. And Jordy says, seeing videos of pieces of people wearing the silks is so incredibly helpful. Thank you for doing that. You're welcome. And I'm trying to see if more of our ladies who shoot with us would be interested in being in lives, not in lives, but in stories and reels. And it was really great of Corey to be so down to help me create some content, especially because, like, you know, I know Corey was a teacher, and she obviously, like, she was a teacher, right, Corey? But I know that she also can, like, enunciate and explain things and pick up information really quickly. So it's fun. And, you know, it doesn't have to be that serious. It could be like as casual as, like, hey, you know, this is an outfit I really like. I like the style. I wear it all the time. I buy it. You should buy it too if you are like me. And I think that's what I really want to highlight is, like, you know, it's not just us wearing the brand. Like, obviously we're the brand, we work for the brand, but
Wabi Sabi. I found a bunch.
Yay. But I think it is also about, you know, like, showing off, like, special ways that we all like to wear the brand, kind of seeing our swap and sell community
showing off. I see the sharing, like sharing your personal style.
Well, showing off, I'm not saying that in like a
show off way.
Yeah. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm like literally showing off. Yeah. What's wrong with a little show off? Who cares? I mean, that's basically a share post on the swap and sell. But you know,
I don't think of it that way. I think I grew up with show off was like it was the word show.
There was definitely, I think, more of a very negative connotation.
Very negative connotation.
Or like an arrogant connotation. But I think, like, for our generation, like...
Yeah, for your generation, I don't think
showing off is, like, totally fine.
Yeah, it's like a haul.
It's a haul, yeah.
So...
It is a haul.
When you show off in my generation was definitely a negative connotation.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Little House on the Prairie and you didn't like that girl whose parents owned the general store, Nellie, it's because she was a show off.
Oh yeah, Nellie was a show off.
Yeah.
I've seen that show on YouTube Shorts. I know what I'm talking about. Do you know that joke of, like, watching a whole show on, like, YouTube Shorts or like a small clip thing?
That's what Mira does. She watches all of her TV on YouTube Shorts. This is Wabi Sabi.
And it's beautiful.
Okay, here's another one that was in
exactly, Jane. Why we buy and how we wear the different stuff.
Yes, exactly. How they suit us, what we prefer, given our coloring.
Yeah. You know, and I think people like to feel camaraderie in that. And I think
so too.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, you know, I love working with Corey and Gail and Jane and Heather Arnaud and stuff. Like, even having conversations with them about, like, you know, the things they like to put together and wear.
It's like even me showing that piece that I'm taking home. It's like a wee moment, like, wee! Oh my God, it's so exciting.
Yeah,
so fun.
That's true.
Okay, this one is another. Oh, this is beautiful. Here's another side tie top that I didn't show you. It was part of the Sneaky Peeks. This one is a full price one.
Oh yes, I remember when they showed that one.
Beautiful.
The reason they wanted to show it is because, do you see that kind of what is it, braided border?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. Is it sewn in? Oh wow, it's woven through. I don't know if you guys can see that. There. Wow. Literally never seen that before. That's crazy. Must have been an expensive sari.
Feels like an expensive sari. Yeah. It's really nice. Unusual.
Okay. And then there was, oh my gosh, I could see why they showed this one too.
Yeah, that one's stunning.
Wow. So this is a full price vest. What you probably can't see is on this side of it, there's gold thread woven through, which gives it a bit of a shimmer. Can they see it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not on both sides. This side. Oh wait, no,
it is on both sides.
It is on both sides. Yeah.
That I haven't seen before.
And then that's the bottom. There is no shimmer at the bottom. It's really soft. It's actually a satin down here. Then this is the neutrals with the shimmer.
Yeah, very fun.
Also so soft.
Elegant. Jordy says it shows off the detail of the pieces and the ways you can wear them. Seeing them in a video gives us way more detail and information. It sparks the imagination more.
Yeah, definitely.
And Carol says, like art, we all see beauty in different pieces, and it's such a pleasure when you see something through another's eyes. Different meaning of showing off. I agree.
It is a different meaning.
That is what showing off is. Because you're showing it off in a different way, not the literal term of like bragging to show off.
Yeah, because it's definitely not that. The spirit behind it is so much more open and community oriented.
Well, yeah, it's about art and creativity.
It's about art.
Yeah,
exactly. It's about sharing art.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece. This one is wabi sabi as well. And okay. And then this one I haven't shown you either. This one is a satin, and it is a wabi sabi piece. Its colors are really accurate. The background is a very pale pink, and it's satin. And
is one side more sheer than the other side? Do you see that?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
I think
so.
here
Down the center in the back, this side is Georgette. This side is satin. It's two things.
What code does it get?
Yeah, what code does it get? They got a PRG.
You know what? Sounds about right. Yeah.
And it is also wabi sabi.
This duster is kind of a nuanced representation of so many things.
Yes, seriously.
Whether it be society, race, gender.
It is all things. Okay, so these are the last three. I adore this piece. It's blues. This is kind of like it's a brown, but has a lot of red in it. And then this is more like our wall color brown, very neutral. The background of this is a taupe, a pinky taupe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it looks like on the other side. Love the diagonal lines on it. Bless you.
Thank
this
you.
One is a wabi sabi piece. And then these are the last two. They're both wabi sabi as well. This one also has that silver thread running through it, so it has a bit of a shine, which is why it's so reflective.
I love the way the roses are done. They're like little whirlpools.
Yeah, they're so sweet. I like the green in there too.
Very different.
And then this one, black and cream, almost gray. And then it has little red squares, probably some other colors in there too. And now, what time is it? Because
Jordy said that piece was it's the ultimate two things can be true.
Yeah, it is the ultimate two things can
Truly.
be true. Okay, guys, short caftans. We are on the last section.
It's 9:46, so we're doing really well.
Great. Okay, so this is the first one. This was part of our sneaky peeks. It is. I wonder if it says it's a satin, because it sure feels like a satin. This one says crepe. But if a crepe, I know why it's both, because it has a jacquard print in it, and that's why it's making it so soft. So it's a crepe with a jacquard, which hopefully you can kind of see.
Which means peak softness.
Yeah. So like there's a printed pattern, and then there's a pattern on the fabric. I would say that this color reads as an actual gold, even though it's like a yellowy color, but it's gold. So it's gold, teals, burgundies, rusts. It's so soft. Unbelievably soft. This goes here. Oh, no, I see what's happening. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Okay, so I'm going to show you three at a time. This fabric we've had before. The background color is a mauve, and it's mauve and turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. I have to just stand here for a minute, and then
it will. Yeah. You just have to give it a second, but it gives such a true detail to the piece. Like it really helps show it off.
And then this one, again, the colors are extraordinary and very accurate right there. So we're looking at tunic length caftans right now. I will try one of these on just so you know what they look like.
Do they have slits in them?
These ones all have slits in them. So I'll try this one on. This one is gorgeous, blacks, grays, and just a little spot of turquoise down there. This one is sheer. Oh, this next one somebody was asking me about, and the answer is yes, it's very soft. I'll show it to you in a second. Okay, so this is what the tunic length caftans look like. They do have a slit here on the side. If you're not a fan of the slit, honestly, it would be nothing to sew that together. Even somebody who doesn't know how to sew could sew that together, because you would just grab it from the inside and do one of these and sew it. Or the reason that we did put the slit in is some of our ladies like to tie a knot in just the front section, or tie the front and the side, the front and the back at the side together, and give it a bit of asymmetry. So yes, I hope the slits are there, but we figured it was easier to get rid of a slit than to add a slit.
It also helps with the drape of the tunic kaftan. We got a lot of comments before about how the tunic kaftan was lovely, but it was just really boxy because there was no slit. And we do find that this helps drape better in the front and the back. It's unlike the waterfall. The waterfall has a really big slit.
Yes, the slit on the waterfall comes to here so that you can reach your pockets.
Yeah.
But it also means like if you lift your arm, you might be able to see some skin. Whereas this, the slit is not high enough that it's ever going to show anything. So yeah, this is beautiful. I didn't try on one of the side ties either, so I will quickly do that. Please forgive the out of orderness.
It does hang better with the slit, says Corey. I think so.
So I'm going to try on that one that I really like. Because I think it's very sweet. So for those of you who are wondering what the previous style that I showed you looks like, the tunic with side ties, it looks like this. So these are reversible, just like the kaftans that I just showed you, the tunic-like kaftans, where you can either have the V at the front or at the back. I like these ones where there's two distinct panels. I find it really slimming because you're either looking at this or this, which is half of me either way. So that's a win. I also like that it has the diagonal stripes going down because again, they're elongating and slimming. And I love that this one is neutral colors, but then it also gives you lots of different colors you can pull out as a pop of color. And because it's got the lighter tones and the darker tones, I feel like you can wear it during more seasons, like spring, fall, winter, even summer, if you wore it with something like pale pink.
Yeah, I think if you're somebody who likes neutrals all year round, it's a very versatile piece. And there is something very unique about this kind of like abstract, hieroglyphic-esque pottery.
It does have a pottery vibe, doesn't it?
If you were a potterer,
as opposed to a potter,
as opposed to a pottery maker.
Okay, somebody, I can't remember who, asked me about this piece and asked if it was soft. And the answer is yes, it is extraordinarily soft. And like I said in my message, it does, however, have gold embroidery. And whenever you see gold embroidery like this, you are definitely going to be able to feel it on the other side. That is not the case with the thread embroidery, but the golden thread embroidery you will feel. The color is accurate there. I want to say it's a chartreuse with goldeny undertones, which is what it looks like, right? Oof. Here's another one that's a half and half piece. This is what the exact same fabric looks like. This fabric and this fabric are exactly the same. The only difference is this has kantha stitching, which is hand stitching to emphasize the pattern, whereas this one doesn't have it. And that's what the difference comes from. So there's the kantha stitching, and there it is with no kantha stitching, and it's absolutely beautiful. The background on this is black, not blue. Really soft too. Ooh, look at this one. So if you are a paisley fan, this one has paisley that's embroidered. It looks like it. Let me just double check this. Right. So it's just threads on the inside. So it's not going to be itchy on the inside. And these are all done with sequins here. So they've kind of outlined the paisley design with sequins. The background color, it's reds, grays, taupes, and then a little bit of kind of like an orangey coral color in there. And the color is accurate there. Or is that still too purple?
You know what I will say is I think that this fabric will look very purple. Like from my point of view, it looks very pinky purple.
But it's really not, because it has neither pink nor purple.
It's got red in it, right? Red and brown.
It's probably closest right there.
Yeah, this is one of those pieces that, you know, it's all about perspective. Isn't that what Luke kept saying?
Yeah. When we were trying to center the fixtures, we had to keep going a little bit this way, a little bit that way. And he goes, guys, measuring tape. Trust me, it's just your perspective. because we had to get those perfect in the front windows. Pretty sure that Kathy from Lady Luck Boutique has the sister piece for
She
this.
has the kimono stick top.
So it almost looks like a batik print. I don't know if it's real batik, but it certainly has that vibe. And then that's the embroidery through here. Again, it is the gold thread embroidery, which means you can feel it, but not much, because this is, it's actually a silk thread with just a little bit of gold on it, as opposed to it being an entirely gold thread.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the reverse looks like. This would be great with jeans.
It would be very fun with jeans.
Very fun with jeans.
Sabina says the April sneak peek just keeps on giving.
It's beautiful fabrics. Okay, this one is definitely a turquoise with pinks, and it is accurate right there. This one feels like a satin. It's unbelievably
Oh, I remember that fabric.
Oh. We will have to try that one on.
Just all of us shocked.
This would look incredible with jeans. Again, it is a pale indigo blue with some lovely little polka dotties. And there are circles, but I want to say that none of the circles are in the booble zone, unless your boobles are here and there.
More to love.
Okay, I have to try this one on.
Cousins, not sisters.
This one is phenomenal. This is folk art. It is not religious art. We have pulled a few pieces that we discovered to be religious art. These are not them. These are not they. These are not they.
These are not them.
I think it's they.
These are not they?
I think it's these are not they.
Isn't it them? Because it's the same thing?
No, because them means like it has to follow a preposition at them, to them.
Oh.
As opposed to they. Which
these are not they.
These are not they.
For some reason, that sounds
so wrong.
So wrong.
Yes.
It's like when you write something out and you know you spelt it correctly and you're like, why does this feel like I actually don't know any English at all?
So when I was doing that before and after reel, I had written the word before so many times in so many different fonts.
Yeah.
That I had to yell out to God. I'm like, can you spell before for me? And he just turned and he looked at me like, are you for real? And I'm like, just do it. And he's like, B-F-O-R. And I'm like, great, perfect. And they just started to look
yeah,
like
exactly.
symbols.
Yeah.
They lost their meaning. Yeah, it was crazy. This is so unbelievably beautiful.
And you have the tree of life in the center.
See, I was feeling like if you're like a yoga Zen person, if you want to like commune, this one's got that real I am communing feeling to it. And
Lorena,
it's so soft.
I think you need this piece.
Wow. Yeah, like I just feel like take on the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am walking art.
If the busker, what's his name?
The busker.
If the busker came up to you, you'd be like, look at my commuting shirt.
You need to go.
The tree of life is not willing to hear this.
I couldn't believe how easily he said such awful words.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't think that those were like awful words. He thought that those were like the and the word that rhymes with hussy and sounds slightly different. What is the other word that would rhyme with that? Is there a word that rhymes with that?
Tussy? Cussy?
I don't think it's a rhyming word.
We can all put the pieces together. Yeah. But
and then it rhymes with ick.
That rhymes with
a D.
Sick?
Oh no, it wasn't that one. It was the word that rhymes with rock.
It's like a rooster.
Like a rooster. Yeah.
The other word for a rooster. A big old rooster.
Oh, guys. Okay, we're still into I think all the rest are wabi-sabi, guys. So many wabi-sabi ones.
Jordy said, and then he would so respectfully never try for another man's woman.
Oh, look at the blue on that arm.
You know, at least he had
this fabric.
At least he had standards.
Yes, and I didn't meet them.
Obviously.
No, because I have a husband, which makes me not good enough. I remember the rest of this fabric. I loved it.
Oh.
So it is different shades of blue. It is not a teal with more blue. And now we're into the wabi-sabi ones, guys.
Ooh,
look at that. That's unbelievable. Look at it. Wow. I think I love it because of the red. The red is
Me too.
oh,
it's that fabric.
Wow.
Excuse me. Oh my God.
That
I'm
is
so sorry. That was so gross. But
unbelievable.
yeah, it's that fabric. Guys, I had ramen from a place with Rachel after work.
Which we highly recommend.
Mystic Ramen.
They're the ones who did that lovely post on us today. Great neighbor to have.
And a big shout out to them giving us free ramen.
They gave us a free food on one of the days that we were unpacking. The day she came to shoot the reel. And we're like, you have to do that. It's okay. There's a lot of us. And she was not wrong. We were so hungry. But yeah, that was so sweet of her.
And their food is so good.
Yeah.
I get the spicy miso. And if you can handle spice, you should get it extra spicy. And it's so good.
This is like a purple. This is lupine.
Yeah. Slightly more blue than lupine. Lupine, I think, has that added like purple. You know,
sure? That feels pretty purple to me.
No. It's definitely blue.
It's definitely blue.
Yeah, it's definitely blue.
This one's really sweet. So I would say these are different shades of like sea glass and blue.
Like a white, light wash denim also.
A light wash denim, but it does have some red at the sleeves.
Like I can imagine if you're somebody who wears like bell bottoms.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, the heart one.
Oh, my
other heart.
I love it more.
Oh, I love it. And so soft. And as we know, I am not a fan of the heart motif, and yet kind of love this one. Ooh, we have some of this fabric too. So we have some of this in store. I think it's in our wabi sabi section as well. I cannot tell you this really does. You can't tell how beautiful this is online. It's got an incredible sparkle to it, but it's a black kind of gunmetal sparkle.
I like how you said that you can't tell.
You can't tell. Like you can't tell when you see it in person. It's like holy crap, that's beautiful. And when you see it online, you're like yeah, blue, cute. It's blue and black. I get it. Yeah, I understand. Move on. Okay, this is that diagonal one that everybody wanted, and then we sold it, and now we have another piece in it.
Yes. Well, the long tunic with side ties was there.
Oh, did we have it still?
We had it, and I showed it in a live, and I let people try to buy it.
Did it go home with you?
It did go home with me.
You know, we do try our best to sell them before we snag.
Yeah, I showed it off. I said, please buy this piece. It's beautiful. And everyone was waiting and waiting and waiting.
And Shivali went, mine. Okay. Oh, this one's beautiful blues and pinks. Very soft. Very simple, easy to wear piece. It screams, I'm having a great summer day.
I am having a great summer day.
I'm having a great summer day right now.
Or else.
Put this on. And then this one is that beautiful chinoiserie print. Again, this one's wabi sabi. I think we had some other pieces from the same sari. I think for some reason, I think Jordy bought it. A fabulous print, kind of Art Deco, like somewhere between chinoiserie and Art Deco.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. And last two, what time is it?
10:02.
Yes. Okay. This one, very, very pretty shades of gold and cream, reds, and greens. Whoops. There. You can see all the colors. And then this fabric we've had before. This is another one that has that shimmery the shimmery thread woven right into it. I want to call this color what would you call that color?
Which one? The greens?
Yeah. Which shade of green is that?
It's like, for me, it's like a grade moss, like a very grade, like hunter or like kind of army green, but with
it's
more
got a lot of blue in it.
It's cooler than warmer.
Yes, it's a cool muted peppermint.
Too dark for peppermint. That is more of a mint. What's above it is more of like a
mint.
Soft mint. Yeah.
Soft mint.
Yeah.
This is a soft mint. But this is like a bluey mint.
Yeah.
Very minty.
Yeah.
Cool minty.
Cool minty. Light.
Very cool minty. There you go. We did it.
I think it's a chartreuse with a lot of white in it.
It's not a chartreuse.
Not yellow enough, right?
No,
but
yellow.
It's got like a warm...
it has no warmth to it.
But you know what? I will say the light part has more of a warm tone to it because it's got like a yellow to it.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right there. It's a little bit more yellowy than green. But everywhere else, it's cool. Like I see it right down there. There's a little bit of warmth to it. Yeah. This is another one. Two things are true. But you definitely get the warmth there on that part of the sleeve.
Do you think it's like limey?
That's kind of a lime. Yeah, I would say that's a lime. And then this has too much blue in it. It looks like a needlepoint the way the fabric.
Yeah, that's what I like about this piece. Digital for sure.
And then last but not least, I love this one. I wonder what year it's from, this pattern.
We always wonder. We said that the actual pattern itself is probably like 60s, 70s.
Like it does have that poochy feel to it.
Yeah, it does have a poochy feel. That's why I think it might be a 60s revival in the 90s.
I love this piece and it's so soft.
Italian-esque.
There we go. So we did it, ladies. We got through our first live in the new... No hitches. That's amazing. Mira may be joining us for future lives as Shefali attempts to have a Friday night life. We'll see how that goes.
No more live, just life.
Just life. Yeah, not live, just life. So we're going to try that out for a little while, see how it works. So we will be seeing you again on Friday with Mira.
Oh, Jane asked, is that blue or black?
That's an excellent oh, here, this one probably. No. That's blue. That's a blue.
I don't know if she's asking about that one. Was she?
This one it has some black in it. Here. I don't know which other one could it
Her top you have on. The top you have on.
Oh, the top I have on. Black.
It's the black.
Black. Definitely black. This is black.
She asked it in caps, but she said, is that blue or black?
Because she knows we're almost done. She's like, try black. Yeah, I might miss this. So yeah, we will see you again on Friday. Is it Mira this Friday?
I think actually it might be. Hold on, I'm checking. I'm checking as fast as I can. I do feel like Jane Burns in this moment. Michelle says, oh yeah, it is.
So you guys will get to hang with me and Mira as we show you the remainder of the pieces that we're going to be releasing. And then Shefali will be back here on Sunday to do the release day live, which starts at noon Eastern Standard Time, where we show you all of those pieces where you're like, can I just see that again? But yeah, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for joining us. I love this new space. I feel like this just feels really like not so squishy. It was so squishy.
It was so
squishy.
We were fighting for space.
Yeah, this feels much more open.
Now I'm fighting for comfort.
She's very comfortable back there. So I will wish you all a lovely Tuesday night. We will see you again on Friday. Please do stop by and visit. Don't hesitate to contact us via DM or on the chatbot. The chatbot on our computer actually just goes to one of us. So it's not like some stranger, it's us. And schedule something if you'd like us to just show you around the store virtually. We'd love to do it.
Yeah, and she means the chatbot on our website.
Yes, the chatbot on our website. There's like a little
you said on our computer.
Oh, on our computer, right? Our website. You know what I mean. Okay. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.